A man jumps out of a plane with $200,000 and vanishes completely. It remains the only unsolved domestic skyjacking mystery in the entire history of the FBI. On a rainy afternoon in 1971, a quiet passenger boarded a routine short flight. He checked in as Dan Cooper, wearing a dark business suit and black sunglasses. He ordered a drink calmly before handing a small folded note to the hostess. The note informed her that he possessed a highly dangerous explosive device in his briefcase. Florence read the words silently, her expression instantly freezing into pure panic. Cooper cracked open his black attaché case to reveal rows of red wire-wrapped cylinders. He calmly delivered his demands, $200,000 in cash and 4 military parachutes. The pilot immediately contacted Federal Air Traffic Control towers to report the hostage emergency. The commercial aircraft circled high above Seattle while banks frantically collected the ransom money. Federal agents tracked down specific serial numbers, creating a comprehensive database of every bill. The jetliner finally touched down at the dark, rain-drenched Seattle-Tacoma Airport runway. Cooper ordered the cabin lights extinguished to eliminate any potential law enforcement sniper visibility. An airline courier approached the side door, delivering the heavy canvas ransom cash sack. Cooper honored his initial promise, releasing all 36 passengers into the stormy night. He ordered the remaining flight crew to refuel the aircraft for a destination south. His flight plan instructions were precise: fly toward Reno, Nevada, at absolute minimal speed. He strictly demanded the cabin remain entirely unpressurized during the low-altitude transit. The Boeing 727 ascended once more into a raging, torrential Pacific Northwest thunderstorm. 2 military fighter jets tailed the aircraft closely from within the dense cloud banks. Cooper instructed Florence to retreat to the forward cockpit cabin partition wall. She looked back one final time, observing him tying the cash bag to his waist. Alone in the cabin, Cooper began lowering the plane's unique rear-aft stairway system. In the cockpit, pilots noticed a sudden, massive drop in internal air pressure indicators. The wind ripped through the open fuselage tail section at nearly 200 miles per hour. Cooper stood on the freezing aluminum steps, staring down into an absolute abyss of darkness. Sometime around 8 p.m., the mysterious Skyjacker leaped cleanly into the sub-zero storm. The tracking fighter jets observed absolutely nothing fall from the roaring commercial aircraft structure. The plane landed safely in Reno, but the passenger cabin was entirely vacant. The only physical items left behind were a clip-on tie resting on seat 18E. Enter Agent Himmelsbach, who launched the largest investigation in local history. He coordinated hundreds of soldiers to conduct massive ground sweeps through the wilderness terrain. They searched the rugged foothills of southwestern Washington, looking for tattered nylon sheets or bones. The dense forest canopy and swamp areas offered a near-impenetrable shield against federal detection. Most survival experts argued that no human could survive the impact or hypothermia. Yet, weeks of intense ground tracking yielded absolutely zero traces of the missing fugitive. The FBI distributed lists of the ransom serial numbers to every global financial institution. Not a single one of the $20 bills ever entered regular consumer circulation loops. The case remained completely stagnant until a shocking discovery occurred 9 years later. In 1980, a young boy was clearing a sandy beach strip along the Columbia River. He uncovered 3 degraded bundles of cash half buried within the wet river sediment layers. Forensic laboratories verified the bills matched the precise serial records of the ransom payout. The discovery of $5,800 at Tenor Bar triggered a wave of new data points. Geologists analyzed the layer structures, attempting to determine the exact year the money landed. They determined the cash had been deposited by natural river currents months after the jump. This meant Cooper likely landed miles away from the initial search perimeter zones entirely. The file was flooded with deathbed confessions and mysterious suspect profiles for multiple decades. One compelling suspect profile emerged centered on a former military paratrooper named Sheridan Peterson. Peterson possessed advanced skydiving experience and bore a striking resemblance to the original sketches. He vehemently denied any personal involvement, mocking federal efforts until his passing day. A second high-profile individual target emerged named Robert Rackstraw, a highly decorated veteran. Rackstraw possessed advanced helicopter piloting capabilities and a background in specialized deception operations. When cornered by investigative reporters, he delivered cryptic answers that fueled public media speculation. Yet, the FBI found zero definitive physical clues linking him to the 727 cabin. In late 2016, the Federal Bureau officially suspended the active NORJAK investigation files. They stated resources were required for higher priority threats, leaving the file permanently cold. The ultimate identity of the Skyjacker remains a ghost lost to history pages. The narrative has passed out from police files, transforming into pure American folklore. The secrets of that midnight leap remain frozen inside the winter of crime logs. Let us look directly at the microscopic analysis conducted on Cooper's left-behind tie clip. Independent research teams located rare titanium alloy particle structures embedded inside the fabric weaves. Titanium was exceedingly rare in 1971, utilized exclusively inside advanced aerospace engineering plants. This implies Cooper may have operated as a corporate engineer or chemical plant manager. The data points to a highly specialized professional rather than a common desperate thief. The meticulous calculation of the jump altitude limits reveals elite aviation flight knowledge. He selected a Boeing 727 specifically for its unique rear-tail staircase deployment capability. No other passenger aircraft model could allow a safe jump clear of the engines. The Phantom weaponized the very design mechanics of the machine to secure his exit. The mystery has triggered endless debates among modern aviation historians and profiling experts. They cross-reference meteorological wind data, attempting to narrow the original impact drop zone coordinates. The models show a trajectory hitting a remote valley section of the Lewis River. But intensive drone sweeps and ground excavations turned up absolutely nothing but old trash. The definitive answers have turned to dust, buried beneath decades of deep forest silence. The perfect skyjacking required a permanent disappearance, and Cooper achieved precisely that final result. The open air current simply swallowed his identity, leaving an enduring legacy of raw mystery. Let us look out one final time at the beautiful but deadly northwest skies. Somewhere out there, a frayed green canvas parachute pack is decomposing in dirt, a silent artifact holding secrets that completely shattered an empire of federal tracking laws. The case challenges everything we assume about tracking patient, calculating criminal minds across historical borders. How does a target remain completely invisible inside a modern connected societal grid system? Perhaps the fugitive spent his wealth inside remote tropical islands far away from surveillance. He may have assumed a quiet civilian lifestyle routine under a completely new name index, a shadow holding an absolute monopoly over the dark, legendary history of American air transit. The remaining ransom bills are preserved today like precious art pieces inside secure storage blocks. Scholars still debate the final unsolved navigation maps, searching for a landing point pattern coordinate. Some independent researchers claim the jump location points toward a hidden deep swamp vault cave, but state police sweeps turned up nothing but waterlogs and old iron junk tools. The tragedy serves as an enduring reminder of the limits of classic police tracking logic. Florence, standing inside the dark passenger terminal area, staring out a large window glass pane at night rain. A single individual hijacked the system, outmaneuvering an entire generation of federal intelligence units cleanly. Let us look at the financial impact of the event on global airline security architectures. The threat forced global commercial networks to implement the famous Cooper vane mechanical locks. This small external device completely prevented inmates from lowering the tail steps while in flight. The structural change permanently closed the unique tactical exploit route Cooper had discovered so cleanly. The memory of the skyjacking was sealed deep under layers of modern airport screening lines. Only the faded federal case file folders remain to tell the legendary true crime story. They sit quietly inside dark archive vaults, an open wound across the history of aviation. The faceless phantom of the skies has secured his permanent place among legendary entity mysteries. Modern research networks will continue to aggressively analyze every single shred of data for tracking keys. They re-examine the bill serial counts, hoping to find a pattern missed by early task forces. Every trace item is analyzed, from the chemical particle signatures to the raw ink cuts. But after more than 50 consecutive years, the trail has gone completely, totally cold. The ultimate truth remains locked safely away inside the silent cloud banks of history. Real monsters walk among us in plain sight, waiting for the perfect midnight tactical opportunity. The terrifying mystery of Dan Cooper will remain an unyielding puzzle block for generations to come. the legends tell of a man who conquered gravity and outmaneuvered the law cleanly. His name remains an enigma, a puzzle without any surviving key design layout solution. The open sky holds the final answers, safely guarded by the wind and rain. Until that archive box is unlocked, the Phantom breathes inside the Pacific Northwest fog. A historic narrative of pure absolute tactical perfection executed against an entire empire of laws. The files are archived, but the shadow continues to flip pages inside the dark. The perfect skyjacking requires a permanent escape, and the Phantom achieved exactly that outcome. The modern true crime community will continue aggressively searching for the final missing link blocks. Advanced forensic engineering science may one day unlock the secrets hidden on those old stamps. Until then, the legend of the missing skyjacker will fascinate viewers globally for decades. Tell us what you think happened. Drop your theories in the comments section below. If this investigative journey kept you on the edge, please hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to unlock more unsealed cold case archives. Every single view helps us bring these forgotten victim stories back into the light. Thank you for watching our true crime presentation. Stay vigilant, and goodbye for now.